Hello, my name is Amy Edelstein, and I'm your host along with my teaching partner Chris Parrish, Great Awakenings, Radical Visions of Spiritual Love and Evolution. I really hope you've been enjoying the excerpts you've been receiving, the e-learning classes that we've designed that bring to you Chris and my own insights into these visionaries' thoughts and culture, their background, their sense of the sacred. And our goal is to really inspire you to get to know these mystics and love them the way we love them and walk with them, bring them on your own spiritual journey, and allow them to fertilize your own sense of the spiritual path with new understandings, new insights, and new avenues to explore. Recently, you received an article about Ralph Waldo Emerson. Emerson is very close to my heart, like all of these mystics are. I've visited his home in Concord. I've walked in those woods. Like Emerson, I spent a lot of time communing with nature and reflecting on spirit and the purpose of spirit and what a spiritual life looks like, what it's for, what it's designed to do, who we can become, how we can transform our culture more to be more a reflection of our higher human potential. Emerson was radical in his time, extremely radical in his time, and he also had a deep spiritual realization and a convening power. So he's really central to the Transcendentalist movement in that period of American history. What made him so radical was his vision of the infinitude within man, of a sense of the sacred, of God, of an infinite and universal, also more impersonal sense of a spiritual current or consciousness that we could discover within ourselves, and that our access to it was deeply individual, but what we were accessing was somehow also encoded with a universal connectivity and a universal voice of conscience and a universal set of values that put forward a sense of empathy, equality, fraternity, and freedom. Emerson really saw this universality of the soul, of the sacred, as a real entryway for man. He didn't point to the end point of spiritual life. He didn't point to the heaven that we were supposed to reach, nor did he point to a doctrine that we were supposed to study and attain. He pointed to a portal through which we could walk and encounter the refreshing well of spirit on our own, to discover that on our own and to interpret it on our own, and to live that individual and directly connected and plugged in spiritual life ourselves. If you take anything away from your reading of Emerson, take with it that call to live a more deeply engaged spiritual life. Take with it that call to find your own way through that portal or opening to spirit and see where it leads you. Follow it, reflect on it, nurture it, call it, and spend time with it, whether in nature, in beauty, or in the company of others. But like Emerson, follow your own way to that depth of universal spirit. So I hope you continue to engage with these classes and enjoy them. Allow them to enrich your spiritual path and allow them to shed new light on where you can go. Allow them to inspire you again to really aspire to transform as much as possible and beyond your expectations in this life. Thank you so much for giving me your time.